Bulonze App, and it was requested by one of the subscribers on Telegram, and he is pretty sure that Bulonze App is one of the best app you can ever find, and it is where you are going to get rich and be a millionaire. But is that really true? So my intention in here to assess whether is this app really legit, is it something that you can give it a shot and you try to be rich from there. So let us go through. So in my investigation, I zeroed down to 10 reasons as to why I think this app is a total scam, and it's going to end very, very soon. But I found only 3 strengths. So when you compare 3 strengths, good part of it, versus 10 weaknesses, I think you can pretty try to make that assumption as soon as possible. Now, let us go through one by one. Now, a quick look at how the app looks like. There is no any other website. If you try to search for Bulonze, you cannot find any website which talks about Bulonze. What are they? What is their business principle? You do not find any information in there. The only information you find about Bulonze itself is just a link which is sending you to the registration page. So if it's a legit company, something that is trying to do trading, the quantitative trading, crypto trading as they claim about, we would expect that there is some bit of a blog post about them, another website, a social media account, but you do not find any of that information. And number 2 is that when I also checked at the registration page, this registration page, whereas you can register from any country you are in, but a lot of things here does not make sense. Like number 1, you can fake information during this registration. In fact, I faked an information in here. All my login details, my telephone number was 444444, and then my email, I faked some email in there, then I added at gmail.com, and all this other information, the username, password, those ones are just fake informations in there. And the only thing it was able to validate was whether the email had, let's say, at gmail.com. That was the only thing it was able to verify. All other information which was fake, it was able to successfully log in through. And it gives you just a pretty idea that this site is very poorly developed. It is just meant to steal your money in one way or another. I even investigated the code behind the site itself just to see what level of programming was done to come up with the app itself or the program itself. And this is how the code looks like. It's just pretty vague. A total of around 411 lines of code. It is what was done to perform this, to set up this site. So it was really very, very vague. But my important point to note is that if you look at during login, what is it supposed to ask you? Which kind of information are you supposed to enter, and how does it validate that particular information? It is my point of concern. And when I closely checked into that, I could clearly see that the site was set up in a way that it could only reject if the email number is invalid. If the email number is invalid, it is right here. So during login, you put this country code, phone number, invitation code, a password, and etc. But it tells you that bring an error in case the email number, the length is not okay, and it is not valid. Like at Gmail, in case that extension is not added, then you should bring an error in there. And it also restricts that you need to fill all other fields within that sign up page. You need to fill everything in here, which became as a third reason as to why I do not trust this activity, because amongst the field you must fill is the invitation code. If you restrict somebody to fill an invitation code, it means that these people want you, that you need to have somebody who has referred you. In that case, if they close, then you'll always blame the person who has referred you to the site, but you will not have to blame them. And so that kind of restriction in that if you do not have an invitation code, you will not register, makes it a very shady website in that other case. And the fourth reason was that there was no proof of work. These people claim that they do crypto trading, and so they have this special kind of bot. In case you invest your money, the bot will try to buy cryptocurrency when it is at a lower price, and if the price goes up, it will sell it at a higher price. So now the profit gets to you. And we already know what is happening in the crypto world, right? The cryptocurrency is really going down in terms of prices, from Bitcoin, Ethereum, from all kind of cryptocurrencies. The prices are going downwards in most of the cases. And so for these people to come up and claim that every time you'll always be making profits, that is totally not true. And worst of all, even if they're using a trading bot, that bot will only be buying if prices are down, meaning like in such a curve that prices have been down in most cases, you do not expect to be making profits for quite some time. But yet these people constantly keep on saying you'll be having all these daily profits coming in and out each and every time. So that is not really very, very true. And worst of all, there is no proof of work. There's no proof of work apart from the words, so many words that are telling us that, okay, this is how we do, this is how we make money, but you do not see any proof of work. There is no previous transaction record like last year or the other year. You do not find that information anywhere at all. Number 5 is that there is no clear verification of other information about somebody or login information. I've already shown you that you can literally enter fake information. Even the email, just enter fake email and then add @gmail.com, you'll successfully log in through. And so there is no any form of verification that is done. I mean, at the end of the day, it has to be as easy as possible for you to sign up, so that when you put your money, that is most important, they will have to get that money from you. And whereas I was a little bit happy that they had some privacy policy, but when I tried reading into that privacy policy, it was very, very bogus. It didn't make much sense in there. All the information they were having, they did not really add up. All they're talking about is that we shall retain your information in case of any legal requirement. We shall then use it. In case you spread our names, you taint it, claiming that we are bad people, we may use that information against you. And they have all these obligations they are trying to talk about, but they do not mention anything like customer refund. In case I put my money and then I do not make profit, or in case the site collapses, or in case anything happens, what happens to my fund? It's not really mentioned in here. And if you're collecting finances, people's money, you would want to have all that other policy well stated. When can I reclaim some refund? You don't find it in there. And there is no legal attachment, legal mention, and which this policy was drawn based on which law. Is it US law? Is it Singapore? Is it China? Is it which country is it based upon? This policy does not state that. So this has no legal attachment because it has no backup. We do not know what constitutional law it is being written against. It is very, very vague, and it is very, very useless. And even when I went further, again, I checked other information about how they operated. Again, it is not really making sense. It is not real, and it cannot come up, it cannot give you that other profit they're claiming about. And so that becomes the 6th reason. The 7th reason is that there is a very low trust score. If you check on the site itself, the trust score is pretty low. And the assumption could be that it is new, you could say so, but that low trust score is shady in that case. So why would you try to invest in something which generally even has a lower trust score? But also reason number 8 is that that site is being hosted on a server that has been hosting other shady websites. That server, that the site is being hosted, has been known to be hosting sites that have been reported to be scamming sites. Even when you look at here, look at how strange some of these sites, the names are. These sites are very, very funny names in that they are not trusted. And a number of them, I tried checking, a number of them no longer exist. So it appears that people just come up, they just open some small site, and then they steal people's money, they disappear. And then few months later again, they come up, set up something, and then they disappear. In fact, you look at what this one is working, but you can see this site is talking about if you invest, you're going to get 5% free, $5 free money from there. Bingo. Look at this. This is 100 bingo, 100bingobonus.com. This is another scamming site itself. In fact, it is operating, I think, November 2023. That is the same server that the Bulonze is being hosted upon. And so they're just the same people trying to scam people in as many ways as possible. Number 9 is that there is no if you look at all these news being spread around, people receiving money, all these other they declare that this is the income that people are really making. There's no way for us to verify some of these users in any way. There's no way of verifying this. Like we cannot verify this information. This can just be literally set up something, let it keep on moving up and down, and keep on putting random names in there. And also, worst of all, they claim that they are partners with the Binance and all these other platforms, but these links are non-functional. These are just logos, photos that are put here. They're non-functional. It does not take you anywhere. I expected this to be functional in that when you click on it, it takes you to, let's say, the Binance site, showing where they are located. You do not find that information in here, meaning all these are fake information that you can find here. Number 10 is that there is no contact. There is no contact information you can find anywhere. The only thing you can find in here is if you go on a Telegram, and then you can find a Telegram group about Bulonze, and it is what the site leads you to. If you try to contact customer care in there, which language you happen to choose, all you'll find is that access reach our Telegram channel. That's the only thing you are most likely to find. And so what therefore happens, apart from the Telegram group and Telegram channel, what happens if these people close the Telegram channel tomorrow? Then whom will you contact? There is no contact information. There is no email, there is no phone number, there is no office number, there is no address, there is no information you can find in any way. So these people can even disappear tomorrow, and you have nowhere to report, no one to blame. There is no face you can find in here, and so this is total loss. So this is a total scam. There is no proof of work. This thing is going to close in less than 1 month, less than a few weeks from now, and so I say don't bother to put your money there. So let me know what you really think about Bulonze app.